Hello, everybody. I'm here to present the activities we are going to host in Ostana and Borgata Paraloup this summer. The main focus is on the new Alpine cultural centers as living laboratories for the future European University. As you can see in the image, we hosted last year the pilot project of the UNITA Rural Mobility Project. And sorry, I think I have, okay, found it, sorry. We hosted the project in Ostana, as you see in the image. This is our cultural center, the big building. Is located in front of Monviso mountain and within the boundaries of the MAB UNESCO Transnational Reserve. Ostana is a multi-centric settlement in the northwestern Alp, was suffered an extreme phenomenon of the population in the 20th century. It suffered one of the highest rate of the population rate in this part of the Alps. Today, after 30 years of regeneration, Ostana is a well-known model of alpine regeneration. There are 50 inhabitants, nearly 100 official residents, but during the summer months, the number grows to 500 and something more for second homes and the various activities taking place in the village. Ostana is very interesting because it's a collective project. There is our cooperative called Viso Viso. Viso resounds the name of the mountain Monviso, and in English should be translated as face to face, and this is how we like to work. This kind of personal relationship with everyone and every partner and every people that stay with us. In this picture, you see some of us, was founded in May 2020, right in the middle of the first phase of the COVID emergency during the first lockdown in Italy. It operates in the village of Ostana, but also in the valley, and we have something like 50 partners in Italy and abroad. So we try to work with this attitude of having very strong roots in the territory, in the village, but also very big branches to reach
Sorry, Laura, sorry, I cannot see anymore the presentation.
No,
so
not even me.
Okay, so I ask Maria if she can share again the presentation.
Okay, I can go on, don't worry. Last year, we hosted some students from the UNITA Rural Mobility Program, and they have been involved in some of the activities of Viso Viso. Andrea, a student from Italy, worked together with our librarian to catalog the open library of Ostana. The Italian name is BAO, Biblioteca Aperta di Ostana, is an official CAI, Club Alpino Italiano library with a special section for kids and teenagers. The students were involved in the activities of Alpstream, the stream research center for alpine rivers based in Ostana, thanks to the direct involvement of Professor Stefano Fenoglio. But thanks to this exploration of the territories, we produced some audiovisual and textual materials that helped us, Viso Viso, to build a dossier of Monviso Play, which is a project of gamification we are building right now together with the Parco del Monviso and Mountain Museum in Torino. These are internship activities we are going to host in Ostana this year. Again, the activity with the Alpstream, the Alpine Stream Research Center, and the activity will be about research and monitoring activity. The project Human Library of the Alps, the Human Library of the Alps is a project that developed a catalog of living books, which are people. Is a device coming from the Northern Europe around the year 2000 to fight Russia's prejudice. And the focus of this project, these Alpine projects, is instead a project about the new inhabitants of the Alps and innovation, new jobs they are bringing to the Alpine areas. Students will be again involved in the cataloging of the library, and this year we have a lot of work to do because we have new donations, and we hope to have someone as good as Andrea last year, who did an excellent job, like all the students that stay with us. We are going on with the project of Moviso Play, a gamification project, as I said before. We have a new project about mapping and strategic planning of the accessibility of the village. So having as a focus disability and inclusion. We are going to work also especially on the new Eco Museum Audiovisual Archive. So we are going to welcome students with some skills about video and audio recordings, interview, editing, and post-production. And as usually, we need students who are also interested in supporting activities in the village, maintenance of natural pathways, activities with kids, festivals, and other events. The other location of the project will be Borgata Paralup, coordinated by Fondazione Nuto-Revelli. Fondazione Nuto-Revelli was a famous Italian writer, but also a partigiano in the Italian Resistenza during the Second World War. And Borgata Paralup is a hamlet where his Brigata Partigiana was located. Today, the Paralup is a very special cultural center, maintaining alive the memory of the period of the Italian Resistenza, and is very famous also for his architectural recovery, as Ostana is. There is a very well-known museum with an interesting installation. This is a hamlet from the sky. There is also a very interesting theater, open theater place where a lot of concerts and theater performances take place. And these are the team of Paralup. The internship activities in Paralup is about this project, Gender Equality, the Anello Forte Laboratory for the Collective Memory of Women, and the project WICO, the Echo of the Mountain Women for the Empowerment of the Women in the Alps. This coming from the well-known book of Nuto-Revelli, L'Anello Forte, dedicated to the women during and after the Second World War period. Also, Borgata Paralup has got a library, Nuto-Revello Library, and they also have an audiovisual archive of the Resistenza. They are also working on accessibility for disabled people in the hamlet, and they are also supporting, they are also needing support for activities and family and kids. As you can see, the activities are quite the same, because of course the mission of the Alpine Cultural Centers are similar. Theater and performances and workshop, and support in the school for young farmers activities. Some other important aspects, all the two internship will host also laboratories for intercomprehension among Romance languages, so both in the location of Ostana and Paralup. Lectures on biodiversity and alpine stream ecosystems, thanks to the presence of Alpstream, and the didactical field trips, like we already did last summer in some of very special places in the Alps. For instance, Buco di Viso is the first tunnel realized in the Alps during the Renaissance period. There is this very important focus on the community needs. Students last year has been very interested in meeting the community and the needs of the community, and have been very good in establishing communication with the local community. The suggested file for both the cultural centers of Ostana and Paraloop are, as you can read, cultural heritage, communication, events organization, media and audiovisual, history, anthropology, humanities, education, management, natural science, botany, and biology. Is it? I pass the floor, I think, to Francesco.
Just a moment before describing the other project. First of all, I would like to thank you, Laura, for this very clear and extremely interesting presentation. But I would also invite some of the students that were with you last year and that today join us in this webinar. So I see Andrea and William are connected, so I kindly invite them to take the floor to give us like a few let's say impression of what has been for them this experience last year, and just for a few words. So Andrea, are you ready to take the floor? Okay, thank you. I think, Andrea, you can switch on your microphone and talk.
Sorry, I thought it was already switched on. Hello, everybody. My name is Andrea. I'm enrolled in the History Master Degree program at UNITO. I'd say that this experience had a rather important effect on me, both on the personal and on the, let's call it, more professional level. First of all, well, we were living in the immediate COVID aftermath and spending nearly a month working and living with other people, 5 of whom were fellow student, was well, refreshing, to say the least. But also because we were asked to work on a rather wide range of tasks, which help us develop both and improve our adaptability skills, let's say, and always stimulated our interest on this topic. For instance, we work a lot on the Monviso Play project, Laura has already talked about. And we were introduced in doing so to the basics of gamification. It was a subject I was completely unfamiliar with, and that very much grew into me to the point that now I'm trying to sneak it in my field of expertise. And at the end of the internship, for instance, we developed and physically realized a prototype of a board game to apply the competencies and the skill we have acquired during the internship in a physical product.
Okay, thank you, Andrea, for your participation. And so now I will ask William. Hello, William. How are you?
Hello. I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, please.
Hello, so my name is William Piemontois, and I'm studying in the field of process engineering. It's about physics and chemistry at an industrial level. So I did the internship of 3 weeks last summer in Ostana, and I really loved it. It was amazing. We were 6 students from different countries, and I think this experience helped me to manage the intercultural relationships because we were students from different backgrounds and from different countries, and I want to talk about the intercomprehension class that we had. I think it's really interesting. I really like this way of seeing things and of speaking together. We can understand each other, speaking our own language. I'm really interested in. I think it could be very useful in the future.
Okay, thank you so much, William. It was really nice to have you both here, William and Andrea. And I think you correctly highlight how important is, and this is an added value of our offer, to be together with the other students. So to share experience with the other students of the UNITA Alliance. So thank you again for being with us today. And we hope to meet you in the future. Okay, thank you. So now I think we can switch to the other project, and for that I invite Francesco Di Meglio to take the floor. Francesco is president of the cooperative NIMO and coordinator of this project that we call Piemonte Metromontano. I know that together with Francesco, we will also have Giuseppe Pidello, which is coordinator of the network of the museums in the Biella areas. So I give the floor to Francesco.
Okay, thank you very much. Unfortunately, I don't speak English very well as the people that talk before me, but I try to explain to you better as I can. Yes, we are showing to you the Biella territory, the Biella region, that is very interesting because the town of Biella is was grow up near the mountains in a very special way. This is an opportunity for all the activities that we want to offer to you, because the town is very connected to the mountains, and the activities of the peculiar activities of the town are very depending from the mountains too, for the water, for the ships and the fields that was there. They created the condition for a very special kind of activities in this territory, in this area. So we try to explore this area for discover what are the main and the most interesting things that we can offer to you. And in particular, we define some places that are intended, we call internships, that are intended as ongoing tasks to be carried out together with the host reality. And then we find also some training experience, so extracurricular activities that could be interesting to offer to you for living some interesting experiences. The places where we can where we will host you are the Trappa di Sordevolo, that is a very special place in the middle of the west part of the valleys of Biella. It is perfectly integrated with the surrounding mountain landscape. The Trappa was a building for the monks. Then in the centuries, it starts to have different activity inside. And now is it also the Eco-Museum of the Constructive Tradition. So the building, in fact, is like in transformation, so actually. And inside there are also the activities of slow food travel Biellese Mountains. That is the center of a network of producers and tourist structures that are organized in this place. The second place where we could host you is Oasi Zegna. This is a particular naturalistic area that it was built literally by Ermenegildo Zegna, that is a very famous chief of enterprise, and he created a big company that have created the material for the clothes by the ships. And this is one of the place where we can host you. The third place is Fondazione Pistoletto. That is a particular center of modern art in Italy, and it's a big area that is lived by artists and students during all the year. And it's located in Biella town, and is a place that we can use for have some experiences with their projects that are all concentrated about the sustainability of the networks for the area. And the period that we can have people are in July and in September for 3 weeks. And this is an opportunity for 8 students at all. And we divided the activities between the host's disponibility. So at July, we will host you in the Trappa, and we will offer to you activities about tourism, art, cultural heritage, communication, and events organization, philosophy, history, and territorial development, management too, because we will organize something together, and natural sciences, botany, and biology, because we have a WWF area so close to the Trappa that can offer to you some activities to do. In September, we are a little bit different because we are much more concentrated about the opportunity of the industries, that the factories that are there. And so natural sciences, botany, biology, tourism, art, cultural heritage, but also communication, economics, and management. These are the subjects that we can develop with you there. And the internship activities are in July, participation in the organization and implementation of educational activities and cultural events. Many of these events are connected to the old jobs that are actually having in the valleys. We can have a participation to activities of the network of Eco-Museum and local producers and tour operators linked to slow food travel Biellese Mountains. and also participation to the activities of the Botanic Garden of Europa. In the September period, we can support in the management of trails and rebuilding maintenance signage. We can support activities at the information center for outdoor activities. And we also can support activities at the farm, management of horses and other productions of animals. And we can also do cheese. And we are involved also in productive activities and management of local manufacturing and or artistic handicraft companies, like for example, some hats. And the training experiences during July, we can visit, how I said before, Fondazione Pistoletto, Città dell'Arte, Biella Città Arcipelago, that are some projects that Fondazione Pistoletto is doing actually. And then we can visit and we can be engaged in the activities of Fondazione Sella and Sella Lab, that is a school of management, very famous in Italy. And we also hiking activities to discover the area, so at the beginning particularly. In September, we can visit and have some activities in Cappellificio Cervo, what I said before, to create hats and something like that. And we can see also places where the wool is regenerated for a process of circular economy. And then, in particular, at the San Giovanni d'Adorno's sanctuary, we will have a training about the power of the forest. And we will have, at the Biella Alps Tourism Consortium, a discussion about how the tourism can be an aggregator of businesses. Here we define together with images that can show you the places that we will live together, we hope, in this summer. So if Giuseppe wants to give some particular words about this imaging, we can try to translate what he wants. Thank you.
Sì, buon pomeriggio. Scusate se io non parlo inglese, ma magari Francesco potrà tradurre qualcosa.
Okay. So Giuseppe says to you hello, and he doesn't speak totally English, more or less like me, but I can try to translate something.
Come già accennato Francesco, i luoghi in cui si svolgeranno queste due esperienze di 3 settimane l'una sono parte sia della rete museale biellese, che è un progetto dell'Ecomuseo Valle Elbo e Serra che coordino, e riguarda un po' tutto il territorio del biellese, non solo gli ecomusei, e il progetto Slow Food Travel in Montagne Biellesi, che è un progetto di slow food che coinvolge attualmente una cinquantina di produttori, ristoratori e strutture ricettive, sempre dello stesso territorio.
Okay. What Giuseppe said is that all the places where we will host you, also in Biella and in the mountain, are a part of the link and the connection of the Rete Museale. So all the museums of the area are linked by themselves. And the center of the Trappa is also the center of a network of 50 structures of tourism connected to slow food.
Quello che vedete è la Trappa di Sordevolo, che è un ex monastero trappista che è stato recuperato con il progetto dell'Ecomuseo, che è uno dei luoghi, diciamo, centrali del progetto Scuola senza pareti, cioè un progetto che ha come obiettivo la formazione di nuovi abitanti e quindi l'insediamento di nuovi abitanti in questo territorio che è la Valle Elvo, una delle 5 valli del Biellese.
Okay. The Trappa is the place where in the last centuries lives the monks, and actually is at the center of the activity of a school without walls. That is a special project that have the objective to find new people that want to live these mountains.
Questo è il luogo in cui verranno ospitate per la maggior parte del tempo le persone nella prima fase di luglio.
Okay, this is the place where you will be host in luglio, in particular, in the beginning of the summer.
Qui vedete una borgata dall'altro lato della valle, Bagneri, Ecomuseo della Civiltà Montanara, e anche qui ci sarà un'attività in collaborazione con l'associazione locale. In particolare qui il tema è quello della castagna e quindi della civiltà del castagno e di tutto quello che ne consegue anche a livello produttivo.
Okay, this is the imagine of a particular village that it will be the place where we will show you the activities that are connected to the castagna, the little fruit that give the economy to these woods, and we will engage in the activity of this little village.
Questa è Elisa che gestisce un alpeggio poco sopra la Trappa, fa parte del progetto Slow Food Travel e quindi l'attività sarà aiutare Elisa nell'attività di allevamento e di produzione di formaggi sia con latte bovino che con latte vaccino. Il burro che si produce con il latte di questa razza bovina che è la pezzata rossa d'Europa è presidio Slow Food.
Okay. The girl in the picture is Elisa, that with his family is the producer of the cheese that she made with the milk of the crow as like the cow. And we will help you this summer to produce this particular cheese that is particular because the race of the cow is a particular and protected kind of cow, particular of this area, la vacca biellese.
Invece siamo a Sordevolo, che è il comune in cui si trova anche il monastero della Trappa, dove c'è una lunga tradizione di teatro popolare dedicato alla rappresentazione della Passione di Cristo, e quest'anno è proprio l'anno in cui durante tutta l'estate, quindi anche durante il mese di luglio, si svolgerà questa rappresentazione. E quindi ci sarà un'attività in collaborazione con l'Associazione Teatro Popolare di Sordevolo.
Okay. These are some images of the representation of the Christ Passion. That is a very popular kind of theater that this little village have. And there is a popular group of actors that will be engaged with the activity that we will do this summer. And that's all.
Qui invece siamo al Santuario di Europa, che forse è il santuario più imponente delle Alpi, dove c'è un giardino botanico molto attivo e quindi collaboriamo con loro. Anche qui si svolgerà un'esperienza molto interessante dedicata appunto a questi temi.
Okay. The picture on the right represents the Santuario of Europa. That is a big sanctuary, very particular site of religion, Catholic religion. And near the sanctuary, there are particular flowers and trees and that are connected in this oasis of the WWF. and we will have some activities with them too.
Questo invece è il santuario di San Giovanni d'Andorno, che probabilmente ospiterà gli studenti nella seconda parte del progetto a settembre, e dall'altro lato, in un'altra valle, rispetto al santuario di Europa, è uno scenario molto diverso dal punto di vista paesaggistico.
Okay, this is Santuario San Giovanni d'Andorno. That is the place where you will host in September, and in a different part of the Biellas Valleys, and is near the area of Oasi Zegna, and so the activities are close to this sanctuary.
Poco a monte del santuario c'è un ecomuseo molto interessante, la Casa Museo dell'Alta Valle Cervo, dove c'è stata una tradizione molto lunga di scalpellini che lavoravano appunto una sienite, una particolare pietra del luogo, e tutto ruotava un po' intorno a questa economia.
Okay, not far away from the sanctuary of San Giovanni, there is a museum that has some particularity. Is particular because inside of the museum there is the history of the job that some men had about the works that they have with a special kind of stone that is originary of these places.
E qui siamo dall'altro lato, a Val di Lana, è un comune che da poco ha trovato questo nome unendo diversi comuni che da sempre, negli ultimi 2 secoli e anche di più, sono vocati per la lavorazione della lana, e qui siamo a Casa Zegna, che è una delle realtà ancora vive più importanti della zona.
Okay, and here we are in the Val di Lana municipality. Val di Lana is a new name that connect different villages that are connected from the works that they have with the bull, and Lana is bull in Italian language. And this is a museum. This is a museum of Casa Zegna. That is the person that create the oasi, the big territory that have in the center this museum.
Ecco, un'altra realtà molto interessante è quella del cappellificio Cervo, sempre nella stessa Valle Cervo, dove appunto in questo paese c'era questa tradizione per la realizzazione di cappelli, che è una cosa particolare e ancora attiva.
Okay, this is Cappellificio Cervo. This is a factory that build hats, and actually it works. So we can visit them and maybe have also some experiences inside of this structure.
Qui siamo sempre in parte nel tessile, siamo a Miagliano, in questo lanificio, vecchio lanificio. C'è una nuova realtà che si chiama Biella de Wool Company, che recupera le lane autoctone di vari paesi e le lavora e le trasforma in oggetti che vengono rivenduti nei paesi da dove vengono queste lane. Sono lane grosse, quindi non più adatte alla produzione tessile industriale, ma adatte a dei prodotti di nicchia, e questo consente agli allevatori di non riciclare la lana come un rifiuto, ma come un prodotto.
Okay, here is a place, Miagliano is a locality where it's working actually Biella de Wool Company, that is a particular factory that take the dirty wool and recreate the possibility to do some special objects. And so from all the world, the dirty wool is coming, it comes here, and it's refreshed and then come back in the countries to be worked with special so in special way. Andiamo avanti.
Nello stesso villaggio c'è un agriturismo, Cad Andrei, che alleva capre e produce formaggi, quindi anche lì si potrebbe fare un laboratorio su questa pratica.
Okay, in the same place, Miagliano, there is a little farm where it's possible to prepare the cheese and take care of the animals.
Poco lontano, a Roncobiellese, tutto il paese per molto tempo produceva, tutte le famiglie, stoviglie di terracotta per la presenza di argilla e per una lunga tradizione che adesso in parte è ancora viva attraverso un laboratorio legato all'ecomuseo.
Okay, and there is at Roncobiellese an eco museum of the workers of the earth, and it's actually is in function, so we can have some activities inside of it.
E qui siamo di nuovo a Biella, città dell'arte che abbiamo già visto all'inizio, una fabbrica tessile che oggi è diventata una fabbrica di idee. Michelangelo Pistoletto ha creato questa realtà più di 20 anni fa, e qui vedete appunto il contesto, lo spazio del terzo paradiso, che è un po' il simbolo che in qualche modo unifica tutti i progetti di città dell'arte in un'ottica di sostenibilità, e poi un progetto recente qui a sinistra, Biella città arcipelago, e in qualche modo i luoghi che verranno coinvolti in queste attività che vi proponiamo fanno tutti parte dell'arcipelago biellese.
Okay, and here we are in Città dell'Arte, Fondazione Pistoletto, that is a big structure that I showed you before. It's made 20 years ago from Michelangelo Pistoletto, that is a contemporary artist, actually alive. And here we can see the square inside of the structure where they made the activities of the museum, and then the symbol of the third paradise, that is the symbol that connects all the activities that Fondazione Pistoletto is doing about the sustainability themes. And the image on the left is about the project Biella Città Arcipelago, that represent the connections that are between all the sites and the places that we showed you before, and that we hope we can visit together.
Dall'altro lato del torrente Cervo troviamo la Fondazione Sella, anche questa era una fabbrica tessile e attualmente è una fondazione e anche un incubatore di giovani imprese, oltre che essere il centro di formazione della Banca Sella.
Okay, this other factory is about second place that we will visit during the time we will spend in Biella.
Un'ultima cosa, la mobilità tra questi luoghi cercheremo di condurla attraverso dei percorsi tendenzialmente a piedi, quindi molti sentieri, oppure in bicicletta, con delle biciclette a pedalata assistita. E questo diventa a sua volta formativo. I percorsi di collegamento diventano le abbiamo chiamate delle transumanze educative, che collegando luoghi diversi danno un senso a un territorio che vuole di nuovo lavorare insieme a partire dalle sue eccellenze.
Okay. All these places will be connected from special connection that we will have with by walk or by bike, electrical ones, because the connection between these places is also a project that is actually he's doing actually, and you will be part of this first experimental connection of these places. That's all. Thank you very much, and sorry for my English, but maybe that it will be much more easy to talk to you when we will see you. Thank you.
Okay,
Sorry,
thank you very much, Francesco, and thank you very much, Giuseppe. You did really a great effort to show us all these very interesting aspects of the Biellese and all the activities you are proposing for our UNITA students. So thank you really for your engagement on this project. And thank you again also to Laura Cantarella, Viso Viso, and Paraloop, who are also putting a lot of effort for this project on neural mobility. So we still have a few minutes, and I would like to ask Ilaria Gallarini from our UNITA office at UNITO just to briefly explain you some technical aspect of our call. Yes, so please, Ilaria, you can take the floor.
Thank you, Silvia. Very briefly, I give you some technical information about the call and the application form. I shared with you on the chat the web page where you can find the call. The call for the UNITA Rural Mobility is now available. Due to some internal delays, unfortunately, the application form is not ready yet. But however, on Monday, it will be available and you can apply. What is important to understand is that when you open the application form, some important documents are required. For any technical problems, please contact me at this address, so unita.students@unito.it. Who can take part to the UNITA Rural Mobility. So there are three types of requirements. In terms of academic requirements, students must be enrolled in the current academic year and be enrolled also in a degree program. These are the characteristics of the degree that are accepted. About language requirements, we ask you a B1 level of English, and we ask you a certificate. About the and for the Italian knowledge, a self-certification or a general knowledge of Italian is enough for us, but it's not mandatory. And then finally, a 3-minute video presentation is needed in order to evaluate you in terms of motivation, studies, and other experiences relevant to the mobility. I would like to skip the other slides. Maybe this one is important. Each student will be endowed with a 3-week accommodation with an off-board treatment, 350 euros. And of course, students will be covered with a university civil liability and accident insurance. Results will be published in May, and I ask you if you have any question to write them on the chat in order to give you the floor, because time is fast. So.
Thank you, Ilaria. We can take a few questions. We still have 5 minutes. Okay, so I can answer to Michela. Yes, you can apply for more than one call, and yes, you can apply to every call in principle.
May I add something? We want to give all the students possibilities so that if you choose or are selected for more than one application, you cannot do two of them unless there are not another student that wants to go there. It means in all the cases, you can apply for more than one, you can get selection, and then you have to decide if you get the selection for more than one.
I don't know if, oh, okay, there is another one.
Meline is asking how can tourism students participate in the July project? I don't know if you are referring specifically to the last project that have been presented, but I think that both projects can be interesting for you because in both projects, in Ostana, Paraloop, and also in the Biellese area, there are aspects that touch tourism, ecotourism. So I guess you can apply for our call and your profile would be of interest. I don't know if Francesco or Laura want to add something to this answer.
You're right, Silvia. The tourism is important for us, and in the July part of the experience in Biellese, it will be useful to organize events, touristical events, and also organize the coordination between the 50 elements of the slow food travel network. So there is you are useful if you study tourism is useful. Thank you.
Okay, about the question from Chiara, maybe Maria can help to answer. So the result will be published in May by all universities. I guess we will somehow coordinate for sure, but maybe Maria, who is coordinating for UNITA, this rural mobility, has a more specific answer on that.
Thank you, Silvia. Yes, we will try to. The deadline for the selection will be May. We will try to publish the results as soon as possible because it's better to you to organize what you do. And in the case of the universities that are doing the selection, we will try to do it at the same time or more or less the same time, and they will be done in May. But in some cases, for instance, the French options, they are the institution and enterprises who will do the selection. So it's a different procedure, do the different regulation, and we are not sure that it will be in May. But we will try to do it at the same time, all the universities. So if you get more than one, you can choose which one you want.
Exactly, that's the point. Okay, so I don't see any other question in the chat, and it's 3 o'clock, so maybe we can close this section. I personally would like to thank again our local partners for being with us today, for all their effort they put on this project that we really like. I always wish to be a student when I heard about these amazing opportunities. And I also thank Maria from the University of Zaragoza for coordinating all these professional week. So thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Silvia.
you all the students and people that attend this session.
Thank you very much,
you,
Silvia, and I think that we can close the session right now.
Okay, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.